What's going on, good people? BrandMaster Martina, Britt, Yelverton here, and I am excited about tonight. I got my weeks mixed up just a little bit, just to give y'all a little bit of a heads up on what's going on tonight. I got my weeks mixed up, so I'm thinking we're getting ready to jump right into 4 of 6, 5 of 6, and 6 of 6, which is part 1, 2, and 3 of the 0 to 4 meal. Come to figure out, I would have been skipping a beat. So just to let you guys know where we are and what's going on, I want to go ahead and at least run the information. Let's see if I can get the right, correct banner up. Let's see here. I want to go ahead and at least run the recap, giving you guys a little bit of time to get the notifications about what we are live about tonight, which is week 3 of 6, where we are actually going to be talking tonight about how to get rich in MLM and direct sales. So I want to go ahead and at least run the recap of week 1 during this little bit of time, because you know I like to get started on my 9, so it'll be after 9 before we get started tonight, but wanted to at least run the recap.
On this video, I'm going to do a special edition for people who are in multi-level marketing. What I'm going to teach the people in multi-level marketing will work for any industry, but this is specifically for multi-level marketers, but also insurance agents, but also real estate agents, people who represent someone else's business as their business. This is the best way and the fastest way to line them up and sign them up in 2024. When I was in multi-level marketing, I struggled for many, many years. In fact, I struggled for 14 years before I had a breakthrough. I'm going to show you how to not struggle, whether it be in multi-level marketing, insurance, real estate, whatever. You're selling somebody else's stuff, and that's your business. I'm going to show you how to not struggle. Now, it's going to go against what your company tells you, because your company wants you out there telling people the name of the company and the name of the product. And I am here to tell you, when you tell them the name of the company and you tell them the name of the products, that's not helping you make sales. In fact, it's hindering sales. If you want to make more sales, you talk to them about the solution and you prove to them that you are the expert in that arena solving that problem. The best way to do that is to ask yourself the question. You sit down, you look at your multi-level marketing products. You ask yourself, what is the payoff of these products? What is the result these products can get? And then write a book about the payoff and how to get it. Do not mention your network marketing company's name in the book. Do not mention your network marketing company's product in the book. You just mention the payoff and that there are solutions out there that give them this payoff.
Boom. So just in case you guys missed it, I did want to make sure that I did go ahead and run that bit of information, letting you guys know that if you want to go back and catch the first 6 minutes of the last couple of episodes, you can jump in and do that in week 1 and week 2 of the series and get the entire full 6 minutes of that video that we went through on night 1 and we recapped on last week. But tonight, more importantly, we are actually going to talk about how to actually get rich in MLM and in this direct sales industry with Dr. Myron Golden right after we run the introduction plug. And of course, I come back and introduce myself, because I'm sure those of you who are catching this are wondering, like, who in the world is this lady? Stick and stay and I'll run the play. What's going on, grand people, on this amazing setup Sunday night? My name is BrandMaster Martina Britt Yelverton, your cash flow queen and founder of the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in your own home-based business. And if you do not have one, then maybe it's time that you get one. Typically, I'm live right now, bringing back setup Sunday nights. Usually getting started right about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I help entrepreneurs to get their assets in order. Like, get your assets in order. Entrepreneurs like you to get your assets in order so that you can get outside of your company's brand and into your own personal brand so that you can gain impact and influence and attract people to you that need what it is that you offer. So this particular Setup Sunday series got jump started about 2 weeks ago. This is week 3 of 6 tonight. And tonight we're actually discussing and listening to, 3 of 6, how to get rich with the one and only. If you've never heard of him, I suggest you go Google him, Dr. Myron Golden, because he is currently fresh off of his most recent Make More Offers challenge, and the next one is due in September. And so I've decided to do a visual collaboration to bring people to the awareness of what he has been saying and what I've been studying and what I've been saying for quite a bit of time. However, I felt like maybe it would be more well received, better received from a multi-millionaire as I crescendo my way into that millionaire status. So if you also have not had an opportunity to see, I released access to a book this week by a Mr. Brian Carruthers that talks about how he made his first 10 million, in this industry, whether we're talking about the MLM direct sales network marketing industry or not. He made his first $10 million using a specific pattern, using a structure. And it was not about the company. It literally was about things that he had learned in these streets, in these physical streets. And he did exactly what you heard Mr. Myron say, Dr. Myron say. He wrote a book. And so that book is POW here, and it is called Making My First 10 Million, the Brian Carruthers story. It's the story of money and leveraged income. And so, guys, if you're not willing to get in these streets and learn a different way to do things, then you're not going to be able to make a different kind of income. So this is a brand new journey for us. This is our journey and our collaborative effort to work with various people who are in this industry. And again, it doesn't matter your niche, product, service, or company. Right now, you need to learn some of the foundational things. And it's called collaboration. It's called, stop saying your company name and be more vigilant about saying your name and giving your value and drawing people to you and attracting people to you that offer whatever it is that offer services, product, their value, whatever it is that you can offer to them, what it is that you have to offer. And if it is your company, then it's your company. But if you've noticed, a few weeks back, we had a hiccup yet again with Facebook. Even beyond that, we had a hiccup going on with Microsoft. But if you're trying to reach people on social media platforms, it is billions of people on social media platform. But however, if you don't have that particular in with them, that connection, that community, that whatever you want to call it with them, when that social media service goes down, you are stuck. Right? And so I'm trying to help you figure out a different way to actually get out here and sell the world on your value so that they can actually have an in with you and they can be excited about working with you. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and bobble myself down here to the bottom right-hand corner, drop this information out of the way, and we're going to go ahead and get started with series 3 of 6 with Dr. Myron Golden.
On this video today, I'm going to talk to you about network marketing millionaire secrets. How do you become a network marketing millionaire? But this is not just good for people in network marketing. It's good for people in network marketing, people in direct sales, people who sell houses, people who sell insurance, people who sell cars, people who sell anything, people who sell pharmaceuticals, people in pharmaceutical sales. But it's going to also be very, very good for somebody in network marketing or somebody who's building a sales team. So this video is going to change your life. I'm going to show you how to become a network marketing millionaire. So the first thing I'm going to do is break down. I'm going to tell you that It doesn't matter what network marketing company you're in, the way you become successful is the same. It doesn't matter whether you sell vitamins or whether you sell financial services or whether you sell biohacking equipment. It doesn't matter what you sell, because if you make the mistake of if you join a network marketing company and make the mistake of thinking that your success is going to be determined by your product or your compensation plan, you are confused almost to the point of delusion. And I know that network marketing company, we have the best compensation plan, we have the best products, and that's all well and good. I mean, everybody's going to say that, so there's no way to measure it. But what you can measure is how can you have success in this arena where you're selling things. And you don't have success by emphasizing the product, and you don't have success by emphasizing the compensation plan. So how do you have success? You have success by becoming a person of influence, becoming a leader. Now, I'm going to define the word leader, and I'm not going to define the word leader. I know John Maxwell says leadership is influence. That's great. And he's not wrong, but I'm going to give you a more broad definition than that. So here's the definition that I'm going to give you for leadership. Leadership is developing in other people a desire to follow you. I'm going to say it again. Leadership is developing in other people a desire to follow you. So your ability to develop in other people a desire to follow you is going to determine, it's going to determine your success in multi-level marketing. It's going to, or network marketing, because I know some binaries say, well, we're not multi-level, we're network marketing, whatever. Network marketing, binary, multi-level marketing, insurance, direct sales, real estate, whatever. It's the same thing. You have to become a person of influence. You must become a leader. And it's important that you not only become a leader, but you become a leader of leaders and not a leader of needers.
Hope you guys were able to catch that, right? First nugget that I hope you caught is that it's not about your company, product, service, or niche. Literally, it's not. It's about you becoming a person of influence, meaning you have to get out here and use whatever it is you may be selling yourself, get your own testimony and story from that, and then be available to actually influence other people through what you actually have done, what success you've had, what you've learned. Because who wants to raise their hand and say, I'll be truthful? What happens when a person brings something to you? The first thing that person is going to ask is, what has it done for you? And so it is either going to reveal the beautiful thing or the beautiful testimony or whatever that happened, or it's going to expose the fraudulence or the hypocrisy that is within you. And so you want to be able to avoid that by not specifically saying, hey, this company is going to make you this money. Hey, this product is going to make you this money. Hey, this service is going to make you this money. You literally need to be able to be honest and say, this is what I did when I used, I read, I tried out, I implemented, I spoke with, I got in contact with or connected with or collaborated with a service, a product, a company that did this for me. And I would be 100% willing to share with you every single step along the way that I did to get to my success. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense and you guys understand when you aren't that truthful, with the situation, that it is going to expose those things that you don't want to have exposed because you may not have done the product or done the service or, did whatever it is or used, whatever it was. So let's get clear about that. It's not about any one specific company. It's about the truth. Who's willing to say, yeah, someone asked me and I hadn't actually tried this and therefore I could not be, honest in that capacity. It happens. So we're just trying to show you a different way to actually be in this industry and be transparent and actually draw people to you that need what it is that you offer because of that transparency.
Okay, so one of the biggest challenges, first of all, the biggest challenge that most network marketers face is when they get started in network marketing or in sales, insurance, real estate, selling cars, whatever, they come into the space as a needer. In other words, in order for them to earn a commission check, they need to make a sale and they need to recruit other people who also need to make sales. So if you are focused on the feeling of need in the arena of network marketing, you're never going to get paid. Yeah, I mean, you might get paid. You're never going to make like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. It's just not going to happen. So understand that if your desire is to create like a multi-million-dollar business in direct sales or network marketing, whether it be insurance, real estate, and there are network marketing companies that do all of that stuff too. It's not going to happen until you become a leader of leaders. Why? Because the point of network marketing in particular is not to sell products. The point of network marketing is to establish points of distribution for the purpose of those points of distribution to sell products. My objective when I get started, if I were to get started in a network marketing company, which I don't have any desire to do, not because I don't believe network marketing can be a good business opportunity, it can be. I believe it's a great training ground. I believe if I hadn't done network marketing for all of those years, I wouldn't be anywhere near as good at sales as I am right now. I believe it was very helpful, but network marketing is just like the margins are too small for me. Like I don't want to play in an arena of small margins. And that's not to discourage anybody in network marketing. You can make a fortune. I've got friends who are relatively rich, you know, to the tune of, you know, $80,000 to $100,000 a month or more, which is decent revenue, right? But like the margins are just too small. And so my recommendation is, if you're going to build the business anyway, just understand the objective and don't make the mistake of thinking the objective is to sell a bunch of product. Yes, sell the products. Like have customers, because if you can sell products, then you can teach the distributors you have to sell products. But if you understand that the purpose of you selling products is for you to get good at teaching the people that you recruit how to sell products, then you're going to do better at network marketing. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? Okay. So you want to become a leader of leaders. So how do you do that? You want to become, like, this is the master key. Network marketing company owners are not going to like this. Some of them are not going to like this because they're very insecure and they want you to buy into their idea that their company is the best company and their product is the best product and their compensation plan is the best compensation plan, even though none of that is measurable. They want you to buy into that. And they want you out there talking to people about their company name and their product. Like, I wouldn't do any of that. If I joined a network marketing company, which I have no intention of doing, but if I did, I wouldn't do any of that. If I joined, like if I was like in a real estate company, I became an agent in real estate, I would not go around promoting the name of my real estate company.
Catch that. Catch that. This is from a multimillionaire. Catch this. Listen really, really well, because he's going to go over it again. The number one nugget that you need to understand to be successful in this industry. Catch it.
I wouldn't give people business cards with the name of the company on. I wouldn't do any of that stuff. Like those are all extra. From my perspective, those are all exercises in futility. Like I have a multi, and many more multi-million-dollar business, and I don't have business cards. And I'm not that that's the only way to do it, but they're just not necessary. Okay. So how do you build a successful network marketing business? By becoming the person people say yes to before they know what the opportunity is.
I'll give you guys a moment to write that down. Whether catching this live or catching this on the replay, I'm hoping you have your handy dandy pencils and pens and that you have your note paper and you understand what he just said. As a matter of fact, let me just back it up just a hair to make sure you get it again.
They're just not necessary. Okay. So how do you build a successful network marketing business? By becoming the person people say yes to before they know what the opportunity is. Like there's nothing you will do in your network marketing business, and truth be told, any other business, that's going to affect business more than you, who, everybody tap yourself on the chest, say me, you becoming the person people say yes to before they know what the opportunity is. That is the master key. Now, how do you do that? How do I become the person people say yes to before they know what the deal is? And you have to become noteworthy because of the value you bring to the marketplace. So people know who you are because of how much value you brought to the marketplace. And maybe you do that on your Instagram profile. Maybe you do that on your YouTube channel. Maybe you do that in a book that you've written. Maybe you do that in a masterclass maybe you do that in a meetup that you host. But you do something where you are the reason that people are able to find help in the arena that your network marketing company's products serve people in. What does that mean? Okay, so let's say, give me a product that people sell in network marketing. What is it? Nutrition. Okay, so network marketing people, they love selling nutrition, right? network marketing companies love selling nutrition. So here's the thing about selling nutrition. If you talk about the nutrition, then only people who are interested in nutrition are going to listen to you. So if it's a nutritional company, the company wants you to talk about nutrition, right? I think talking about nutrition is a bad idea. Now, let me ask you this. If somebody has better nutrition, what is going to be the effect of that cause? They're going to feel better. Okay, what does feel better look like? They'll feel better. They'll feel better. What does that look like? They're going to have more energy. Okay, more energy. What else? More energy, better sleep, better focus, better sleep, more focus. So now, better sleep, more focus. Okay, so let's say now instead of you becoming the person who's out here promoting nutrition, now you're the person who's out here promoting this. How to feel better, have more energy so you can play. More energy for what? More energy so you can play with your kids. More energy so that you're not exhausted all the time. More energy so you do a better job at work. More energy so you don't endanger other people's lives while you're working. You have better sleep so that you wake up feeling energized. You have more focus so that you can learn faster and learn better. And so now what you do is you become the expert on the result. You don't become the expert on the process. Like this is the product. You don't become an expert. You become an expert on the product because you need to know that this can do this, right? The process, but you don't emphasize the process. You don't emphasize the product. You don't emphasize the pieces. You don't emphasize your person, but what you emphasize is one thing. You emphasize the payoff. Everything that you talk about when you're presenting is all about payoff. If this becomes your conversation in multi-level marketing, now you're going to have more success in multi-level marketing, insurance, real estate, selling cars, selling pharmaceuticals, whatever. Why? Because you're focused on the result, and you have to talk to them about the result they desire to have, not the result you desire them to have.
Gonna press pause and hope you all caught that as well. And again, like I say, if you guys are more interested in hearing everything that he's saying without my commentary, you are 100% available. Go over to YouTube, do a good hard search for Myron Golden, and go ahead and type in how to get rich in MLM and direct sales. The video will come right up. I have it on a playlist on my channel if you want to locate it there, and you'll be able to watch this without my commentary. But I also like to press pause and press hold on for a moment, because you aren't watching that and you can't press pause and you're trying to write down your notes. And I want you to have time to do that. Okay?
It's a very big difference. And so what happens is, because most people come into the space hyper aware of what they need, because when they see the presentation, they say, well, all you got to do is you got to go find two people who find two people. So now you come in here and you need to go find two people who find two people, right? Okay.
And that's where I was going with that, where he had just given the information about being hyper focused on the results of the product, niche, service, or company that you have, versus trying to sell people or urge people or encourage people, or whatever you want to call it, people to buy or receive or get what you think they need, versus you hearing and getting to know them enough and ensuring that you make them matter by having a conversation with them enough to know what it is that they actually need, so that you are then available to provide them with how to get the results of what you now know they need. Because every product, niche, service, or company is not for everybody. That's where I was going with that.
Now, what that says is, even though they're not saying this, you need 6 people. And so if you're focused on, I need 6 people, I need 2 people who get 2 people. And if you're focused on your need, you cannot focus on their payoff because you're so focused on your payoff. And so when you're talking to them, even if your words are talking to them about this, even if your words are talking to them about this, your energy is talking to them about the 6 people that you need. And they don't like you that much. Because your words can lie, but your energy always tells the truth. Energy doesn't know how to lie. Are y'all tracking? And so now what happens is, once I understand the objective, because that's the first thing I got to get locked and loaded, right? I got to get locked and loaded. What's my objective here? My objective is to become the person people say yes to before they know what the offer is. So you know what I did when I was in multi-level marketing? Actually, I wrote this after I was in multi-level marketing, but it would have been good for me to do it before. I wrote a book. Now, but I was a network marketing coach. So I coach network marketers. So I wrote this book called From the Trash Man to the Cash Man, How Anyone Can Get Rich Starting From Anywhere. But I took like 3 or 4 pages in this book, and I talked about business principles, and I'm talking to people about having a business. And one of the sections is very small, maybe 3 pages, maybe 5 pages. I don't remember. Why everyone should do network marketing. Why did I put that in this book? Why did I put why everyone should do network marketing in this book? So that network marketers would buy this book in bulk. And then they would either sell it to the people that they wanted to prospect. And when, like, I would just tell, and this is real. I mean, I'm not making this up. This is true, because a lot of the stuff that's in this book is stuff that I would teach people when I was doing network marketing. When I was recruiting people for network marketing, instead of doing the network marketing presentation, I was teaching them about the financial house of the rich and the financial house of the poor. I was teaching them this stuff, right? Instead of me teaching them, I don't know if they can see that or not, but maybe they can. Okay, so I would teach them it's on page 63 in the book. I would teach this instead of doing the network marketing presentation, and I would show them how the reason they're broke is because they don't have any assets in their income producing asset window, right? And so when I talk to people about why they would buy these books, then they would go sell them to their prospects. I would sell them to them. If you buy 10, I'd sell them to you for $10 a piece. Then you go sell them for $20. You make $100 profit, and now you go back and talk to that person a week later after they've read the book, 2 weeks later after they've read the book. They're more likely to say yes to your opportunity. Why? Because they've been influenced by this book. You see what
I hope you guys got that. So let's before I let this, finish one out, understand a very important part of what he said. He actually wrote a book that talked about his results and his success in his own industry, in his own arena. And at the very beginning, we played the recap. I only played a small bit of it tonight that talked about basically his result, his solution, his end game for everything was in a book. Never talked about, what the actual company or whatever it was, the product or service, the niche or any of that, only about his result, because that is what people want. They want the result of whatever it is that you have. And then he put the book out there. So by the time they read the book and received the information from within the book, their minds were open to receive the, again, results and benefits of the actual company, whether it was his company, whether it was a collaboration company, whether it was an affiliate company. It was then in their minds and their ability to receive, okay, at that point, openly the information. So again, totally different person, Mr. Brian Carruthers. You guys can check out the link that I'll put again, in here for you to see. This book is a 5-10 minute read for you to get clear and you to get understanding, and then for you to give out to people so that they too can get clear understanding before you ever even bring up a company, product, niche, or service, whether it's your company or whether it's a collaborative company. You want to make sure you're speaking to an open vessel, not a closed mind, because they've seen your social media or because you happen to be currently wearing a company branding. Again, the name of this is stop saying the company name first, right? So that you can, because this industry has been around forever, and there are so many limiting beliefs about the industry as a whole. There are limiting beliefs in the entrepreneurial space as well as in the professional space that has made many, many multimillionaires. And so you want to make sure that you're speaking to an open mind before you ever even put out whatever it is that you have to sell. So let me let him get back to it.
did? So now I became a person of influence, because an author is the root word for authority.
Authority.
When I become an author, I become an authority. So writing a book is one of the best things you can do to become a person people say yes to before they know what the offer is. But that's only true if the book that you write is good.
It's good.
If the book that you write is junk, then you have amplified becoming a person people say no to before they know what the deal is. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, so when you show up in the marketplace, always bring value. Like, always bring value. What does that mean? Like, show up to the marketplace for the marketplace. Show up to the people you serve for the people you serve. You don't, like, I like what Jim Rohn used to say. He said, the soil said to the farmer, don't bring me your need, bring me your seed. right? So how can I bring my seed to the marketplace? By sowing seeds of value into the marketplace, by caring enough about them to discover what they value and only talking to them about that instead of talking to them about stuff I wish they value because I value it. It's like, see, if you're having a conversation in the marketplace with potential clients because you desire them to value what you value, you're talking to them about the wrong thing. You tracking? But if you're talking to them because to let them know that you already value what they value, now you're talking to them about something that's going to take both of y'all a long way. Okay, now, so we're talking about network marketing millionaire secrets. You can't become a network marketing millionaire if you can't recruit people who sell products, who also sell the opportunity. You can't become one. It's not possible. So you need to, it's not enough just for you to become a person of influence. You need to become a person of influence with people who have influence.
Just press and pause so y'all can write that one down as well. It's not just becoming a person of influence yourself. It's becoming a person of influence to people who also have influence. Okay, so earlier I jotted a note in here about become a leader of leaders, not a needer, right? Become a leader of leaders is no different than, of course, becoming a person of influence, right? And you have influence when you are able to show social proof that you can do whatever it is that you want to talk with them about down the road. So let's just take into an example, and I promise I'm going to stop being interruptive, but these nuggets, I'm hoping I'm giving you an opportunity, yes, to write this down, but to think about what it is that he is saying and kind of take a moment to breathe and apply it to yourself. So being an author myself, okay, and putting information out here from the book myself, it needs to be a book that is good, a book that, again, as you heard him say, that brings value to the marketplace. Okay, you need to, whatever it is that you're putting out, and then when you're talking about that particular book or books, right, you need to make sure that the value that you bring is actually beneficial to the person that you're talking to. Okay, so a multimillionaire would not currently be interested in my 30 days, 30 ways to self-improvement journal, right? This book right here, a quick, again, 5 minutes a day to jot down whatever the prompt, you read the prompt, you listen to it, you think about it, you jot down whatever. This is about becoming consistent. A multimillionaire would not be interested in this specific book that I have, but a multimillionaire who has children, who has not learned to hire those children in their own home-based business, may actually be interested in the actual workbook because they may not know that they could actually be writing off a lot of those multimillionaire dollars by hiring their kids in their own home-based business. But again, you have to be cognizant of who you're talking to and making sure that whatever value you're bringing makes sense for the individual you're talking to. I hope, you guys got that.
So now, instead of just going out and recruiting people who need the money, I'm telling you, like, I made all of these mistakes. I'm like, well, I need this money. That's why I got started in this opportunity. So I go look for people who needed money. I do a presentation, and I didn't realize that most of the people who need money, like, I won't say most because I didn't count it. Many of the people who need money, they want it the least. And the people who don't need the money want it the most. So I stopped talking to needers and started talking to wanters. It changed the game for me. Because the people who need money, there's something they're doing. Like if they're perpetually in a place where they are in need of money, there's something they're doing or someone they're being that's causing that to stay that way. And them joining your network marketing opportunity is not going to change that. But somebody who doesn't need the money, and they've got influence. There's a reason they have influence, because they are where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. They do what they say they're going to do. They stand alone when necessary. They speak the truth. That other people know they can count on them. They're dependable. And so when you do that, then you can become a network marketing millionaire. Now let's talk about, we talked about the network marketing part. Become a person of influence part. You can write a book. You can start a coaching program. So here's what I'm going to say for all of you who desire to be, instead of selling your network marketing opportunity, write a book or create a course. Now I know you're thinking, write a book or create a course? Yes, write a book. If nutrition is your thing, create a course on nutrition, sell the course on nutrition, and let the course that you sell on nutrition sell the products from your network marketing company. But if you're going to do that, you have to make sure you don't mention the names of any of the products from your network marketing company. You just call them the health products that I use. Now the network marketing company doesn't have any authority to make you stop talking about what you talk about. So here's what I did. When I was doing network marketing in nutrition, what I did, I was teaching biblical principles of health. And then I talked about supplements that I use that helped the health practices from the Bible that I applied work better. We sold lots of products, recruited lots of people. I even created a certification when I was in multi-level marketing. I created a certification called a certified biblical health a certified biblical health coach. So I created a certification. People would pay me $500. They'd come, I'd train them on how to be a certified biblical health coach. Then what they would do is they would use the same principles I use, and then they would go out and do their own little health venue, seminars, whatever. They would talk to people about their biblical principles of health. They would sell the nutritional product. I would give them a discount on my products. They would buy my products, sell my course stuff to other people. And so I wasn't just making money off of the multi-level marketing company. I was making money off of my brand. Here's why. Because most people who are in multi-level marketing erroneously believe that the network marketing company is their business. If you're in a network marketing company, that company is not your business. If you're a real estate agent for Remax or Century 21 or whoever else, Keller Williams, that is not your company.
Just press pause. Pregnant pause. I'm going to let that good settle in. And I do understand that there is a myth in this industry that says, when you join a company, that company is your company. If you don't have stock in that company, if you don't have, I think it's called something like a pool, if you aren't in a pool for that company, just because you have a position in that company, yet again, does not make it your business. Okay. And so what I try to get you guys to understand that you must, based on whatever your result is or whatever it is that you have that was outside of that company before you ever even joined, because there are many companies out here, that product, that service, that niche, that's yours. And you parlay them into your vendor. Because again, that company is not your company. You are your brand, and whatever product you develop, you create, you put out into the marketplace, that is your company. That is yours, not this.
That's your vendor. Those are your vendors. Like Amway, if you're an Amway distributor, is your vendor. Primerica is your vendor. It's not your business. If you think it's your business, go read the contract. I'm just going to challenge you. Go get the agreement. Turn it over on the back and read it, and you will see almost without exception. There's only one company I know of that doesn't have this, that I've ever seen. And I've been in, I've spoken at network marketing company conferences. There's only one network marketing company I've ever seen that doesn't have this. On the back of almost every network marketing agreement, there's a line that says, the company can terminate the distributor at any time for any reason without notice. You think that's your business? You think Skillionaire Enterprises LLC is going to terminate me at any time without me knowing about it? Not likely. Why? This is my business, right? So if they can terminate you without cause and without warning, it's not your business. They are your vendor. They are not your business. And since they're your vendor, and if you desire to be a real business person, stop sending your clients that you attract to your vendor before you send them to you.
Do I need to pick it up? Do I need to back it up? Do I need to roll it back? Do I need it? Stop it.
What does that mean? That means sell them your thing first that helps them. Now you've got influence, then sell them the opportunity, then sell them the product.
Boom.
Now, why do you want to do that? Here's why. Because then you're not just standing there, you're selling something. But you're not just selling something, you're selling something that sells something, that sells something. So you sell your course, or you sell your book, and your book sells your course, and your course sells your product, and your product sells your opportunity. And so what happens is now you've got a wealth generator. A wealth generator. Because you didn't just stand there, you sold something that sold something. See, so many people don't get this. What they do is they think, okay, my multi-level marketing, and you become so loyal to the company and so loyal because that's what they hammer down your throat. And I get it. I understand what they're doing. They're protecting their interests, but you got to protect your interests. And so what happens is if I've got a big old database and I recruit people, like I build my email list first, and then I sell my course or my book to my email list, and then the people who buy my course and my book, I sell them the business opportunity. If the company does something stupid and changes the compensation plan, or they change the product like companies often do, and now my income doesn't go away because if I don't like what they just did, I can go and now I can communicate with those people because they were on my email list before they ever became a distributor for that company. Are y'all tracking? So what you're doing is, if you're not doing it this way, you're building the business of your vendor and ignoring your own business. There's nothing about that makes sense. Okay, so let's talk about the millionaire part. So you have to decide, what kind of millionaire do you want to be? What does that mean? What kind of millionaire do you want to be? Because everybody thinks that all millionaires have $1 million. Well, all millionaires don't have $1 million. Many do. Like some millionaires, some of us have millions and millions of dollars, but some of us don't have $1 million. Some of us don't have 300,000. Some people are. How can somebody be a millionaire if they don't have 300,000? Well, it depends on what kind of millionaire you are, right? So, what kind of millionaire do you want to be? So, there are 3 types of millionaires that I'm going to talk about. I believe that you can become. I believe that you can become 2 of these in network marketing. Okay, so you can become all 3, but network marketing, the third one, it won't be in the network marketing. You can use the money you make from network marketing to become the third kind. So the first one is what I call a virtual millionaire. Now, by the way, my recommendation is now, always has been, and send trash man to cash man, is always become a virtual millionaire first. What is a virtual millionaire? What does that even mean? Okay, so let's say by some strange turn of events, you accumulated $1 million. Okay, which I know sounds like just a ton of money. It is, but it's not that much, right? I mean, if you wanted to, you could go through that in a day. It'd be kind of, you'd have to buy some things you wouldn't ordinarily buy and pay cash for them, but you could go through $1 million in a day. Right? I know, I've done it more than one occasion. Right? You can go through $1 million in a day. Trust me. Okay. So, what's that? That's the new 100,000. Yeah, exactly. That is the new 100,000. And so $1 million. So if you had $1 million, are you a millionaire? Yes. But if you spend $1, are you still a millionaire? No, you're a 999,999 there, and that takes way too long to say. So we don't want to become a millionaire just so we can immediately become a 999,999 there. So what do? We invest the $1 million. We don't spend it, right? So when we invest the $1 million, let's say we can get 6% on that $1 million. What's 6% of a million? What is it? 60,000. That's 60,000. $60,000. So 6% of $1 million is $60,000. If you divide the $60,000 by 12 months, that gives you how much per month? It gives you $5,000 per month. Now, y'all remember learning this math, right? In elementary school. 2 things that are equal to the same thing are also equal to each other. So I call this Virtual Millionaire Secrets, How to Live Like a Millionaire on Your Way to Becoming One. What does that mean? Anything you do that brings in a passive $5,000 a month is the equivalent to having $1 million invested at 6%. Now, here's what's cool about this. This gives you a feeling of accomplishment, a feeling of hope, like I'm doing this thing, I'm on this journey, and it's working. I became a virtual millionaire long before I ever became a liquid millionaire, right? Okay, so $5,000 a month, 2 things are equal to the same thing are also equal to each other. So here's what we're going to do. To show you why this is so important, let me ask you all a question. At the rate you're saving money right now, how long is it going to take you to save $1 million? Here's the answer. A long time, right? If you save $100 a month, it's going to take you 833 years. Now, I'm not sure exactly how old you're going to be in 833 years, but you're probably going to be too tired to spend the $1 million. Okay, if you save $1,000 a month. Now, can most people save $1,000 a month? Probably. No, probably not. Not most people. Some people can, but most people can't save $1,000 a month. But if you save $1,000 a month, $1,000 a month would get you $1 million accumulated. I'm talking about zero interest. Obviously, you'd have interest, but I'm just giving you an illustration. Like $1,000, it would take you 83.3 years. How old are you going to be 83.3 years? I'm going to be 83.3 years. I'm going to be 156. Here's what that equals. Tired. Like really tired. Okay? Right? You're 156. You're really, you ain't thinking about, where can I go spend this money today? No, that's not what you're thinking. Okay. So so if you're saving $10,000 a month, it's only going to take you 8.3 years. That's kind of mind-blowing too. You're saving $10,000 a month, and it's going to take you 8.3 years to get to $1 million. Okay, right. Why did I do that? Because if you can't get to the $1 million, you can't invest it at 6%. How are you going to get to the $5,000 a month? Well, here's the point. It doesn't matter. Let's say you can get the $5,000 a month in residual in your network marketing company. That is the equivalent to having $1 million invested at 6%. What if you're in real estate and you have 10 properties that are giving you $500 a month positive cash flow? That's how much profit you're making. Well, then those 10 properties give you the ability to live like a millionaire on your way to becoming one. If you have $1 million, you don't live off the million, you invest the million and you live off the interest. So now you can build a business that makes you $5,000 a month. You can do that like part-time in your spare time. You can do it in network marketing. Like, we make more than $5,000 a month just from our books that are online, and I'm running no ads. Like, we have so many, virtually, we're a virtual multi. I mean, we have hundreds of thousands of dollars a month coming in without having to go out and get it. Now, I'm not bragging, oh, Marion, you're so wonderful. I'm just telling you, if we can get to hundreds of thousands, you get to 5,000, right? And so, when I decided I'm going to be a millionaire, the first thing I decided, I'm going to become a virtual millionaire first. Why? Because now I've got freedom. Why? Because this $5,000 a month is coming in without me having to go out and get it. So I don't just have $5,000 a month. I have $5,000 a month and 160 hours a month of work time that I can invest my time into figuring out what to do with that $5,000 to turn it into $50,000. So the objective of becoming a virtual millionaire is to free up your time so that now you can invest that time into things that can bring you to the next point, which is going to be a cash flow millionaire. Cash flow millionaire, what's that? That's somebody who's making, on average, about $84,000 a month. $84,000 a month in cash flow, whether it's active or passive. $84,000 a month is $1 million a year. It's about $2,700 a day. Here's what I'm here to tell you. I'm not saying this because to sound all rich. I'm saying this because it's doable for you. I know. Like, getting to $2,700 a day, like on autopilot, is not hard. It's not. It's no hard. Okay, I'll put it to you like this. It is hard, but it's no harder than what you're doing already. And what you're doing already has no chance whatsoever of getting $2,700 a day or $84,000 a month. So the second kind of millionaire is a cash flow millionaire. So to get to $84,000 a month in multi-level marketing is way harder than getting to $5,000 a month, but it's still doable. Guess what? But what if the books that you write and the courses that you create, let's say you got a course that sells for $500. Okay, course that sells for $500. You sell, what is that? 16 of those a month? No, is that right? 160 a month. 160, $500. That's $84,000 or $80,000. That's so doable. All I'm doing is getting you to think. So here's what happens. People don't get to the millions because they don't do the math, not because it's so hard.
Just wanted to press pause for y'all to write that down. People don't get to the millions because why? It's not because of the math. It's because they don't write it down. Let me just back that up so y'all can catch that again.
Getting you to think. So here's what happens. People don't get to the millions because they don't do the math, not because it's so hard. Because the number is in their minds so big that they don't do the math and then backwards extrapolate or reverse engineer what they have to do to get to those numbers. That's the real reason you're not rich yet. You're not rich. You're not rich because it's so hard. You're not rich. You just never thought about it. Like I sat down and thought about it, okay? I thought about the virtual millionaire secrets. Okay, I'm gonna do the virtual millionaire. Then I'm gonna do the cash flow millionaire, okay? Then eventually you get to liquid millionaire, which you can do, like if you're really good with your money, liquid millionaire. There's actually 4, I said there's 3. Liquid millionaire. So what's liquid millionaire? That's when you got $1 million. But see, most people value this. Like if I had to choose between liquid millionaire and virtual millionaire, I'd choose virtual millionaire. Why? Because cash flow is more valuable than cash accumulation. It's way more valuable. In fact, it's so like everything, all principles are microcosms of each other, right? So when you go to Israel, you've got the Sea of Galilee that's up north, and you got the Dead Sea that's down south, and you got the River Jordan that flows. Well, here's what's interesting. The Dead Sea is dead. Why is the Dead Sea dead? It only has an inlet, it has no outlets. Stuff can flow into it, but it can't flow out of it. And see, you want your money to become a Dead Sea of millions of dollars. You want it flowing in. I just want to accumulate and then go back and look at it and see how much I have. No, it's one of the reasons why you stay broke is because you're like a money hoarder. You don't get it. Cash is way more powerful when it's flowing. It does way more for you and your life and your family when it's flowing. Not when you're just, I want to get as much as I can all I get, and then sit on my can. No, that's not it. You want to keep it flowing. So liquid millionaire, I mean, it's nice being a liquid millionaire, but then the money's just there. Now you got to find something to do with it. Okay, so, and this is what brings me to the last one, which is an asset millionaire. Okay, how can I set up my life so that these liquid millions and this cash flow millions, I can take this active and passive business revenue and put it in some assets, that those assets now eventually grow to where they're producing more money than my active and passive business revenue produced together. So if you can create a financial game for yourself, first of all, okay, how fast can I get to virtual millionaire? How fast can I get to $5,000 a month passive cash flow? Well, do you realize if you have a membership site, like you have a membership site or a newsletter, and it's $100 a month, you only need 500 customers. That's $5,000 a month. No, that's not right, is it? You don't need 500. Let me see. It's 50. You need 50 customers. 50 customers at $100 a month is $5,000 a month. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like on a newsletter or software, 50 customers gives you $5,000 a month. Guess what? 500 customers gives you $50,000 a month. What? This is getting crazy. 5,000 customers gives you $500,000 a month. You say, Myron, what are you saying? I'm just saying, learn to think about your math, do your math. Because the reality is, like, I mean, cash accumulation and cash flow can create opportunities for you. Because sometimes when you're doing, like, cash flow strategies, you need some cash accumulation for a down payment, right? So get to the place in your life where first and foremost, you decide, okay, I'm going to become a virtual millionaire. I'm going to figure out, maybe it's 2 different income streams. Maybe it's 4 different income streams. But I'm going to figure out how I can get me $5,000 a month passive coming in. I'm going to tell you something. That $5,000 a month passive is going to free up you. Because the reality is, I mean, the average person ought to be able to live off of $5,000 to $10,000 a month. I mean, I can live off of $5,000 to $10,000 a month. More 10 than 5, just because I bought some stuff that is expensive to insure. Like, but that's doable for everybody. And when you do it, now you set yourself up. So what happened for us, this is a progression that happened for us. We became first virtual millionaires. We were virtual millionaires for years before we were ever cash flow millionaires. Then we became cash flow millionaires. We were generating over $1 million a year in revenue. And then multiple millions of dollars a year in revenue. And then all of a sudden you look around, oh, we've been doing this for a long enough period of time. Okay, now we have liquid millions. Okay, now what do? Oh, we got to figure out how are we going to protect these liquid millions. We got to put them into assets. And so now, yes, we're asset millionaires, but we're all constantly looking for some more assets, because what happens when your cash flow gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you have to look for ways to offset taxes and exposure, right? And so you do that by taking the accumulated cash and putting it into things that create more cash flow. And preferably, preferably, that also eliminate taxes or minimize taxes on the cash flow millionaire millions and the virtual millionaire millions and some of the accumulated millionaire millions. So now what's happening is you're becoming wealthier because you're protecting your money from the powers that would come and take it from you. This is how you become a network marketing millionaire. If you will do this, I know, yeah, but Ryan, I don't know how to write a book. I get it. You don't know how to write a book. I don't know how to create a course. I get it. You don't know how to create a course. But when you landed on this planet, you couldn't walk, you couldn't talk, you couldn't ride a bicycle, you couldn't use a cell phone, you didn't know how to use a fork or a knife. Like, there's so many things couldn't tie your shoes. There's so many things you couldn't do. So I don't know how is not a legitimate excuse for not doing something.
Absolutely.
The real reason we don't do the things that will make our lives better is because they're not important enough to us. It's not because we don't have the money, it's not because we don't have the time, and it's not because we don't know how. Because we've all done things we didn't have time for. We've all learned how to do things we didn't know how to do. We've all bought things we didn't have the money for. When somebody comes up with an excuse, what they're actually saying is this is not important enough to me to figure it out. So here's my question for you on YouTube. Here's my question for those of you in this room. Is becoming a virtual millionaire, a cash flow millionaire, a liquid millionaire, and an asset millionaire valuable enough to you that you're willing to do whatever it takes to set your family free? Because I believe, do now and have for quite some time, that poverty is always the result of spiritual warfare. And so we bought into some kind of lie. We've built a wall of protection around it in our mind so we feel like we're doing the right thing. And then we live in the land of lack for the rest of our days. Let's don't do that anymore. My recommendation to you is just decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to become a virtual millionaire first? I would recommend it. It's the fastest one to get to. It would take you 8.3 years saving $10,000 a month to get to $1 million to have to invest at 6%. But there's not a person watching this YouTube video right now who couldn't get to $5,000 a month passive cash flow by the end of this year if you just decided to do it. So hopefully this helps. In the meantime, in between time, stay blessed by the best, and we'll see you on Thursday's live video. Bye.
Whew. So I hope you guys and your brain is as broke as my brain always is whenever I get off a session with them. I hope this makes sense for you. I hope you are available to, withdraw from it what you need to. Before I let you go tonight, what I am wanting to do, and let's see if I can find that to put up on the screen. So the book that I am getting ready to give you this information from is not a Myron book. And yes, I have a Myron book. I have the Millionaire Identity. I have Boss Moves. I have Trash Man to Cash Man. I have Sign 'em Up, Line 'em Up, Sign 'em Up. I have them all, right? But when this book landed in my lap, 100% my entire brain went directly to confirmation on what Dr. Myron said. And what he said was to write a book, which is exactly what Brian Carruthers did, to get the minds of the people that will receive this book, to get their minds open so that when he was able to speak to them about his next whatever that he had figured out they needed, the result of their minds would be open to receive it. So please open your mind to receive this. If you guys did purchase the book, yay. If you guys purchased the book and you're waiting for them to be shipped out, yay, I have them over here being shipped out. If you guys have yet to purchase the book, go ahead and purchase the book. You can go over to 10millbook.martinabrityelverton.com, 10mill, M-I-L-L book, BOOK.martinabrityelverton.com, and you can get your own copy of this. You can order more than that if you would like to share them with your team. But I wanted to read this specific part on page 20. In a network marketing business, you are doing the same thing. What is the same thing? You would have read the prerequisite information. Building your own business within the umbrella of the company you partner with. The marketing team you build is yours. The customer base you build with your team is yours. You have rights to the cash flow generated from your business in perpetuity because you built your business and you brought people into your business before you parlayed them over to your vendor. Okay? So guys, write your book. Google how to write a book. YouTube how to write a book. Get with your BrandMaster. I've written 9 of them, working on my 10th one. Write a book about whatever your result is from what you've done. I consistently had a routine which required me to write a journal. to get people to understand this is something you can consistently do every single day for self-improvement. That's what 30 Days and 30 Ways is. Something I can consistently do 5-10 minutes a day to get on the habit of consistency. So when I moved to my next level, I had consistency out of the way. Okay. Next, the number one legal hack to hire your kids in your home-based business. It is a workbook taking you through, first and foremost, the 7 key things that you need to do to hire your kids in business, the 7 different areas you could actually look at hiring your kids in business, the 7 different things that you need to have to set that business up, and then of course the 7 different strategies that are available. It's amazing. Let me see if I said that right, because I'm probably said it out of order. So the 7, the what, when, who, why, where, and all of that, what actually done, that is related, that the child is capable, reasonable, distinguishable, payable, recordable, that you have your agreements, your checklist, your registration, your accounts, your tracking, your taxes, and your marketing in place. And then you look at the 7 different areas that I teach you in: life management, research and development, planning and scheduling, branding and legacy building, spiritual awareness, affirmation, social existing, and real world living, all in a workbook, right? You take and you do that. So whatever your product, niche, or service is, write a book about that. Bring yourself a customer base into place for that, because that is your business. That is your customer base. That is your business. And you have rights to that cash flow in perpetuity. When you bring those people into your company, product, niche, or service first, right? They're yours. Then you can find out what it is that they need, that your secondary cash flow stream may be, able to give them a result in. My specific area that I would like to give people a result is making sure that you get your assets in order and making sure that your business structure is set up accurately. And I have legal experts who do that I refer you to. That is the vendor, right? Please, guys, if nothing else you've heard on tonight, you've heard Dr. Myron Golden say it, you've heard your BrandMaster Martina Britt Yelverton say it, and if you get your book, you'll hear Brian Carruthers say it. You must build your brand and your business first, based on the results and the success that you're having on the journey that you've had on this path called life. And then if you are a part of a network marketing company, then you actually allow that vendor to serve your customers based on whatever that company provides that you know will be a benefit to them, because that company is not for everybody. And be very, very specific about who your everybody is that you put into the company, that company or your company. Okay? That's all I have for tonight. I hope this has been of value for you all tonight. I am excited about next week, because on next week and for the 4th, 5th, and 6th sessions, we get into how he went from $0 to $4 million in the span of far, far less than you would ever imagine. I hope to see you guys on next week, Sunday, Setup Sunday with the BrandMaster. Good night.